going to get into this one now. Guys, get your typing fingers at the ready. I'm very keen to hear what you guys think of this one. I'm hoping to be impressed. Whose suggestion was this? I just need to zoom up and see where we are. This one coming to us from Faith, always a regular on the show, and it's good to see you back, Faith, as always. Let's get into this one. PSquare, More Than a Friend. We are on Requested Live, and I'm very happy to see so many of you here.
Visit irockin.com for more Nigerian music anytime, anywhere.
Hey girl, oh. Girl, I just wonder, I still don't wonder, make you take me aside.
Okay, I know exactly where we're going now.
See, it get this girl from my hood, understanding I wish I could.
You know what it is, right from the jump with this? I hear those drums, and all I hear is Mario, Let Me Love You. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if that's just me capping on a different level. But I hear those drum rolls, and I'm hearing Mario, You Should Let Me Love You. I was tuned into I was tuned into Emmy's stream last week, Palm One Pappies, and there was a tune that he was listening to, and the actual vocal melody was identical to Mario, Let Me Love You. I don't know why people have such an affinity to that tune, or maybe it's just me hearing it wherever I go. Let me know in the chat if you feel the same way. Listen to the drums. They're almost identical.
She's my girlfriend, I'm a boo. No temptation, no taboo. Looking so sweet and beautiful. I still don't wonder. Hey, my brother, can you imagine? Everything be like in a magic. Some say make her flashy, that she's flashy, and she looks so sassy. You want make her panic? Man, I don't care if she's nasty. To me, she's a classic.
This is smooth, man. Again, it's like a very kind of international take on a very classic R&B sound, I feel. Obviously, we've been kind of diving into a few PSquare tunes here on the Requested Live. I haven't actually got into any of them on the pre-recorded reactions, but again, I'm enjoying learning. Like with PSquare, I'm assuming there was a point where they were like huge. They were almost like top tier, about to go global. That's the kind of that's the kind of feeling I get when people talk about them. Obviously in the chat we've got Dominic Andrews saying 10 out of 10 for the PSquare releases. Same with Kome, 10 out of 10, saying and Dominic Andrews saying puts you in the feels. IK Fuego saying nostalgia incoming. Faith saying I hear it too about the drums. I hope that's about the drums. David Andre Hyatt saying what's up everybody? Good to see you, sir. It's great to see you in the building. IK Fuego, it was definitely inspired by American urban music production. I would agree. Definitely along that sort of early 2000s R&B sort of run where you had people like, again, Mario, you had Usher, you had Neo, like all of these guys kind of doing this very kind of electronic sounding R&B, I feel is a good way to put it.
Be more than a friend till the end, understand.
Even that synth is so like...
I just don't wanna make you take me aside till the end.
That is an R&B synth if ever I heard one.
Be more than a friend. Girl,
there we go.
this love no go pass me by.
There we go. The fedora style group dance routine is like the epitome of early 2000s R&B. I love this, man. This is, again, I've said this on the stream before, but this is the era. You know when you go to like house parties and stuff, everyone has a kind of era that they can do if they're given the aux. Like I've got a friend who does a lot of 90s. He always puts on like 90s dance music. I've got a friend that always puts on like modern drill stuff and like modern rap music. I've got a friend who always puts on like indie classics and things like that. For me, early 2000s R&B is something that I can go, okay, we're going to get into this right about now. And yeah, it's so enjoyable to do. This is wicked, man. This is it's definitely giving. Bear in mind, I don't even have the nostalgia attached to the actual tune, but the actual vibe of the tune, I definitely get that sort of nostalgic feeling of. I'm getting nostalgic of the vibe rather than the tune itself.
Remember when I used to try, I had to try not to cross your line. Girl, I no go line not because you're too fine. Please don't make me cry. Don't even ask me why. Unless you want me to cry. Cause I still don't wonder. Hey, brother, can you imagine? Can you imagine what the people are saying? They say make a fashion. Even the love
Even the backup
I can see.
it's so difficult to kind of separate this from what I would associate this sound with, if that makes sense. Like, this to me just has such a feeling of early nostalgia, such a feeling of early I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Again, very early sounding 2000s R&B. That's literally what it sounds like to me. Even with the dance routines, the kind of spins, especially, they're a very kind of that period sort of maneuver. Even the backing vocals, the drums, that little sort of synth in there. It's really interesting though, man. It's interesting listening to how this sort of sound was more than anything perceived across different places. Dominic Andrews saying they were the first Afrobeats artists to break out onto the international entertainment media channel O on cable TV. Interesting. That's a cool piece of trivia. That Faith saying lol reminds me of Usher. I can see it. I can see it.
She's flashy, yeah. The dog says she nasty. No, I don't care what people say. Can I be more than a friend? To the end, on the stage. I just don't wanna make you take me aside. To the end, on the stage. Say, I just don't wanna and I be more than a friend. To the end.
Yeah, this is nice, man. We've got the hat rolls, we've got the fedoras rolling down the arms. We know where we are right about now. Very enjoyable stuff. PSquare with More Than a Friend. We'll give this one we'll close this one off here. Guys, how are we feeling about this one? Give me some ratings in the chat on the right-hand side. I want to know what you guys think of this one. Give me a rating out of 10. Some fire emojis if you are feeling it as well. I'm keen to hear from each and every one of you about what your feelings are towards the tune and any sort of memories this one evokes. I feel for a lot of people today, this one is going to be a tune that evokes a certain time period or evokes certain memories, and that's why you've got the nostalgia attached to it. Like, when we talk about nostalgia within tunes, it's usually because when we were listening to those tunes, we were at a certain point in our life. Like, there's certain tunes, for Egyptian Hold Ya. I've got so many good memories attached to that tune. And I'll be completely honest, it's because it was when I was with my first girlfriend, and then we went to a New Year's party together, and that was playing, and it's like a cool, like, nice memory. And you attach that nostalgia to certain tunes. Whereas, obviously, I don't have that with this tune, so I'm keen to hear what you guys think on this. Faith, 10 more seconds. All right, we'll run it. Why not?
I just wonder, I still wonder, I did wonder. How can I be more than a friend to you? Someone so close to you. Even though love is blind, I can see. No one can.
Oh dear. Right, we're done now. We are done. We're done. This one, I was expecting to see a desert shot, open shirt, fluttering in the wind. There we go. Out to everyone enjoying this one. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next one now. Let's go. More PSquare to round off.
Visit iRock Nigerian music anytime, anywhere.
So synthy. Does this put a smile on my face, man? Again, those synths, man. Synths just take me back to early Usher. That's what the synths sound like to me. Like, I can't get that kind of time period out of my head when I listen to this. Crazy. I'm so conscious of that falling over now. But yeah, very much enjoying this one.
Forever, oh baby, every day in a story. You never treat you like a lady. I wish I was a man. I wish I was a man. Maybe anytime you're lonely, can I be the one you calling? I hope you understand. Please take my hand and come with me, my love. If you are my girl, I'll take.
Really, really nice, man. It is nice. I think the thing I like about this is the kind of it's very much of the time. I don't think that's like a bad thing to say. I think this is very much of the time that it was released. Those synths, I definitely don't think we'd be hearing those synths on tunes today. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I think they kind of come from a time period where these sort of synths were becoming kind of widely available more than anything else, and they were synths we could hear. If you were using a computer to produce, every plugin you could get for free had these sort of sounds on there. And it's really interesting to see just how kind of popular they were in this sort of time frame. PSquare, the two PSquare tunes we've heard today have both got these very kind of early 2000s synth sounds kind of woven throughout them. And again, this time obviously operating with a much more sort of sense of, I want to say, sort of early Afrobeat sounding drums with the kind of percussion that's being used and the rhythms that are being used. But yeah, it's a nice kind of fusion of the two.
Take you around the world, I take you places where you've never ever been before. So give me your hand, I'm giving you my word.
The vocals on this one sound a lot cleaner than the previous.
Forever and ever, I love you forever. I'm giving you my word.
I like it, I really, really like it.
If you are my girl,
Cool ad-lib.
I'll take you around the world.
I like it, I really, really like it.
Forever, forever.
I definitely think the vocals on this one are stronger than the PSquare tune we heard earlier. I don't know if that's just me. These ones just seem a lot cleaner. They seem a lot I don't want to say more processed, but they just feel like a better performance. They feel like the actual notation's a little bit cleaner. It feels like the actual sounds we're hitting are a lot cleaner as well. But yeah, really, really nice, man. I'm enjoying the sounds. I'm enjoying the flavors. It's a good way to kind of round the stream off. I feel like there's like confetti and stuff going off in the background, and this is the closer for the stream. That's very much the vibe I'm getting. Guys, get into the chat on the right-hand side and let me know how you're feeling about this one. Elvis John with the fire emojis, as it should well be. Faith on this one with the fire emojis as well. Kome M saying no video. The video is literally just artwork that I've got on my screen, so I thought there wasn't really much point changing it. We can change it if you want. May as well. Where's that gone? Live video there. That's what I'm currently watching on YouTube. But there we go. Koma saying CubCam showing. Also saying yes, really liking the DJ clips. Well, good. I'm glad you are liking them. Dominic Andrews saying old school. Very, very nice indeed. Let's go.
Forever.
I like it, I really, really like it.
I really, really like that call and response.
So let me be the one and only. Can I be your friend and homie? I'll be a better man. I'll be a better man. I'm ready. Got no time for story. No time to be acting funny. And
Nice,
I
though.
hope you want.
The thing I think that I'd like about this it's almost shamelessly of the time. Which sounds kind of weird because you wouldn't know that of the time, but this very much feels like a tune that was like, this is the sound that's hot now, we're going to make this. This isn't a tune that I feel was made for necessarily longevity as much, even though it has that nostalgic factor. At the time, you're not going, this is a tune that I want people to appreciate in sort of 10, 15, 20 years time. This feels like a tune that was made to kind of appease what the market was at the time. And again, for me, I wasn't too aware of what the market was at the time in this sort of realm, but that's the sort of vibe I'm getting off it, because that's a similar thing that was happening in R&B at that in the sort of period of time that this R&B sounds like. Dominic Andrews saying not in old school mood today. 5 out of 10. Ooh. Guys, get your ratings in on the right hand side. This is going to be the last clip of this one. This is going to be the last tune of the day.
Understand, I will give you no regret, and I swear, if you are my girl, I'll take you around the world. I'll take you places where you've never ever been before. So give me your hand, I'm giving you.
Dominic, you've upset Kome.
Promise I'll be loving you forever and ever.
In trouble now.
Love you forever. I'm giving you my word.
I like it, I really, really like it.
That's my favourite thing about
You're
this.
my girl. I'll take you around the world.
That ad-lib is so fun, but we are going to round off there, people. PSquare with Forever. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure on this one. Quayhar giving this one a 7 out of 10. Faith giving it a 9 out of 10. IK Fuego saying, lol, cheesy simps will never age well, but it's nostalgic, so it's a 7 out of 10. There we go. That's pretty much my feelings on it as well. Dominic Andrews saying, sorry, guys, if this was 2007, I would have given this a 100 out of 10. Yes! This is what I'm talking about. There we go. Right then, guys, I'm going to shoot off. It's been a pleasure, as it always is on a Friday evening, to talk to you guys.